Are you doing everything right, but that stubborn belly fat just won't budge? You're not alone, and you're not to blame. As we age, our bodies change in ways that can feel frustrating, even unfair, but there's hope. By understanding what's really happening inside your body, you can take back control, one small step at a time. Let's uncover the 6 hidden reasons belly fat becomes harder to lose after 60. Let's talk about something no one really warns you about: the quiet slowing of your metabolism. You might still be eating the same meals, walking the same steps, living much as you always have, yet your body feels different. The weight creeps on, especially around your middle, and no matter what you try, it just won't seem to budge. This isn't your fault. It's a natural part of aging, but it's one we can do something about. As we grow older, our bodies begin to shift gears. One of the biggest changes is the gradual loss of muscle mass, a process called sarcopenia. Muscle is like a metabolic engine. When we have more of it, we burn more calories, even at rest. But with less muscle, our metabolism slows down. It's like going from a roaring fire to glowing embers. This shift can feel unfair, especially when you're doing all the right things and still not seeing results. But here's the hopeful truth: you can turn that flame back up. Strength training isn't just for athletes or the young. It's one of the most powerful tools older adults can use to reclaim control of their metabolism. And it doesn't mean lifting heavy weights or going to a gym. It can start with something as simple as chair squats, leg lifts, or using light resistance bands. Every small effort to rebuild and maintain your muscle pays off in energy, strength, and a more responsive metabolism. Equally important is nourishing your body with enough protein. Many older adults unintentionally eat too little protein, which only speeds up muscle loss. Incorporating foods like grilled chicken, eggs, Greek yogurt, or beans can make a real difference, not just in your waistline, but in how strong and capable you feel every day. And don't forget the power of hydration. Sometimes, what feels like hunger is really thirst. Drinking enough water helps your body function more efficiently and keeps your cravings in check. So if you've been feeling like your body has slowed down, know this: it's not the end. It's just a new chapter. With mindful movement, nourishing foods, and self-compassion, you can reignite that inner fire. Aging may change the pace, but it doesn't get to steal the power. There's a quiet shift that takes place in the body, unseen but deeply felt, and it can change everything. You may notice your waistline thickening, your energy dipping, and your mood becoming more unpredictable. You might even be wondering, why does it feel like my body isn't mine anymore? The answer lies in one of the most natural, yet often misunderstood parts of aging: hormonal change. For women, menopause brings a dramatic drop in estrogen. It doesn't just signal the end of menstrual cycles. It alters how your body stores fat, especially around the belly. Where once fat might have settled in the hips or thighs, it now clings to the midsection. And for men, there's a similar experience known as andropause. As testosterone levels gradually decline, muscle mass decreases, and fat begins to accumulate in the abdomen, leading to that stubborn, frustrating belly bulge. But here's what no one tells you: this isn't your fault, it's biology. Hormones like estrogen and testosterone aren't just about reproduction or youthfulness. They're powerful regulators of metabolism, fat distribution, and even your mood. When these hormones shift, your body's entire system shifts with them. Yet, even with this knowledge, many feel betrayed by their bodies. That's why understanding these changes is so important. It gives you back your sense of agency. While we can't stop aging, we can support our bodies through it. You can work with your hormones, not against them. Start by eating foods that support hormone balance: flax seeds, soy, leafy greens, berries, and omega-3 rich foods like salmon or walnuts. These natural ingredients contain phytonutrients that can ease the effects of estrogen and testosterone decline. Exercise also plays a powerful role. It boosts endorphins, helps maintain muscle mass, and naturally encourages hormonal balance. Don't underestimate the emotional toll either. Stress management is key. Chronic stress raises cortisol, a hormone that loves to store belly fat. Practicing mindfulness, meditation, or even spending time with people you love can gently bring your stress levels down and give your hormones a chance to stabilize. So, if you feel like your body has shifted without your permission, know this: you're not alone, and you're not powerless. With knowledge, compassion, and small, steady choices, you can navigate this stage with grace and reclaim a sense of balance in your body and life. There's a special kind of exhaustion that creeps in as we age, not just in the body, but in the mind and soul. You go to bed tired, yet somehow wake up just as weary. And even though you eat well and try to stay active, the belly fat remains. The connection, sleep, or more specifically, the lack of it. Sleep isn't just rest, it's a vital process where your body heals, resets, and regulates countless internal systems. When you don't get enough deep, restorative sleep, everything starts to unravel, including your ability to manage weight. It's not just about feeling groggy, it's about what's happening behind the scenes. When sleep is disrupted, your hunger hormones become imbalanced. Ghrelin, the hormone that tells you you're hungry, ramps up. Meanwhile, leptin, the hormone that tells you you're full, drops. The result? You find yourself craving more food, especially sugary, carb-heavy comfort foods, and you feel less satisfied after eating. And if that weren't enough, sleep deprivation also raises cortisol, the stress hormone that encourages fat to be stored right where you don't want it, around your midsection. So, while you may be doing everything right during the day, if you're not sleeping well at night, your body is fighting an uphill battle. But here's the hopeful truth: you have more control than you think. Creating a sleep-friendly environment can make a world of difference. Keep your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. Turn off screens at least an hour before bed. Blue light from phones and TVs interferes with your natural sleep-wake cycle. Develop an evening routine that signals your body it's time to wind down. Whether it's reading a calming book, listening to soft music, or practicing a few minutes of deep breathing, these simple rituals can make sleep more peaceful and consistent. If you're still waking up feeling drained, don't brush it off. Speak to your doctor. Conditions like sleep apnea or restless leg syndrome often go unnoticed, but can have a huge impact on your sleep quality. Remember this: rest isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. And when you honor your body with the sleep it deserves, it will reward you with more energy, better mood, and yes, even a slimmer, healthier waistline. Stress, it's that invisible weight we carry, often heavier than the number on the scale. It sneaks in through worry, lingers in silence, and over time, it doesn't just affect our minds, it reshapes our bodies. For so many older adults, stress becomes a daily companion. Concerns about health, family, finances, or simply adjusting to a new pace of life. And while we may learn to live with it, we often don't realize just how much damage it quietly causes, especially when it comes to stubborn belly fat. When you're under constant stress, your body produces more cortisol, often called the stress hormone. In small bursts, cortisol helps us handle challenges, but when it stays elevated for too long, it turns into a troublemaker. It signals your body to store fat, specifically around your abdomen, as if preparing for a long, imagined emergency. Your body thinks it's protecting you, but in reality, it's working against your health. The frustrating part? You can be eating right, walking daily, and still struggling with belly fat, and never suspect that stress is the culprit. It doesn't just affect your waistline, it robs you of sleep, joy, and inner peace. But here's the gentle truth: you are not powerless. Managing stress isn't about eliminating all life's problems. It's about creating space for your mind and body to breathe. Gentle movement, like walking in nature, stretching, or dancing in the kitchen, can release endorphins and lower cortisol. Quiet practices like deep breathing, meditation, or even prayer can soothe your nervous system and help restore balance. Don't underestimate the healing power of connection. Talking with a friend, spending time with grandchildren, or even volunteering can provide the emotional support your heart craves. These simple joys aren't just good for the soul. They help your body relax and let go of the constant need to hold on. So, if your belly feels like it's carrying more than just weight, ask yourself, what am I carrying emotionally? Your body hears everything your heart feels. Give yourself grace, give yourself rest, and remember, you deserve a life of peace, not pressure. And when you nourish your spirit, your body will often follow. They say you are what you eat, but as we age, this truth takes on a deeper, more delicate meaning. Gone are the days when we could enjoy sweets or fried foods without feeling the consequences. Now every bite seems to matter more. And for many older adults, the foods we once loved may now be quietly working against us, especially when it comes to the stubborn fat that settles around the belly. With age comes change, not just in appearance, but in how the body processes food. Our digestion slows, our sensitivity to sugar increases, and our insulin, the hormone that helps regulate blood sugar, doesn't work as efficiently. This condition, known as insulin resistance, causes the body to store more fat, particularly in the abdominal area. Even a seemingly harmless diet, high in white bread, pastries, or sugary drinks, can contribute to this hidden imbalance. The result? A waistline that expands, no matter how small the portions may seem. But this isn't about guilt or deprivation. It's about awareness and empowerment. The good news is, you don't need to go on a strict diet to make a difference. It starts with choosing foods that truly nourish you. Whole foods, those that are fresh, colorful, and closest to their natural form, are your allies in this journey. Think vibrant vegetables, fiber-rich fruits, lean proteins like fish and chicken, and whole grains like quinoa or brown rice. Adding healthy fats like avocados, olive oil, walnuts, and seeds can also support your hormones and keep you feeling full longer, helping to curb cravings and reduce emotional snacking. And never underestimate the power of hydration. Sometimes, what feels like hunger is really just your body asking for water. Also, don't skip meals, especially breakfast. Starting your day with a protein-packed meal sets the tone for steady blood sugar and balanced energy. A bowl of oatmeal with berries and a side of eggs can do more than just satisfy hunger. It can set your metabolism in motion for the day ahead. Remember, food is not just fuel. It's medicine, memory, and love. Eating well in this season of life isn't about restriction. It's about choosing what honors your body. You've spent a lifetime caring for others. Now it's time to nourish yourself with intention, one wholesome bite at a time. There comes a time in life when slowing down feels well-earned, a reward after decades of hard work, caregiving, and perseverance. And it's true, rest is essential, and you deserve every moment of peace. But there's a gentle difference between resting and becoming sedentary. And it's in that space where belly fat often begins to take hold, quietly, stubbornly, and without much warning. As we age, movement often becomes less frequent, whether due to aches, lack of motivation, or simply a shift in routine. But our bodies were made to move, and when we don't, the effects go far beyond stiff joints or lost strength. Prolonged sitting and inactivity slow metabolism, reduce circulation, and encourage the buildup of visceral fat, the deep, hidden fat that surrounds your organs and increases the risk of heart disease and diabetes. And here's the hard part. Even if you're eating well, if you're not moving regularly, your body simply can't burn calories efficiently. Over time, the energy you don't use gets stored, most often in the midsection. But that doesn't mean you have to become a gym rat or train like an athlete. The beauty of movement in later life is that it can be gentle, joyful, and deeply healing. Start small. A 10-minute walk in the morning light, a few stretches by the window, chair exercises with soft music in the background, gardening, dancing, sweeping the porch. All of these are meaningful movements that breathe life back into your body. The key is consistency, not intensity. Even simple habits, like standing up every 30 minutes while watching TV or walking around during phone calls, can help wake up your metabolism. And when you move regularly, you'll likely find that your mood lifts, your energy returns, and that feeling of slowness begins to fade. You are not too old to move. You are not too far gone. Every step, every stretch, every moment you choose to move is a message to your body. I'm still here. I still care. I still want to thrive. So rise gently. Move kindly. Your body may be aging, but it hasn't given up on you. And when you begin to move again, it will remember how good it feels to be fully alive. You are not defined by your age, your waistline, or the number on a scale. You are a story of strength, survival, and grace. If belly fat has been a burden, know that it's never too late to change the narrative. Small steps, taken with love and intention, can lead to powerful transformation. Be gentle with yourself. Celebrate progress over perfection. And remember, this chapter of life is not about fading, but flourishing. You still have so much life to live, joy to feel, and light to give. Let your next steps be filled with purpose, peace, and pride.